Hello everyone, welcome back to Mulesoft Real-Time project. Before going to start with the session, just recap of the last session. So what we have discussed. So yesterday we have talked about what is API and what is batch process. Okay. In the API, there is a manual intervention is required. For the batch, automatically it will run based on our configuration. Okay. Next one. So we have developed one use case. Okay. To send automated email at every 2 minutes. Okay. So every 2 minutes, we are sending an automated email. So that is what we have seen yesterday. And today's class, we are going to modify this one. Okay. So it has to run at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. every day at IST. IST. See, send automated emails at every 2 minutes for account balance. Correct. Okay. This is what we have seen. Okay, just go to next thing. Okay. To send automated emails at every day at 7 p.m. Every day at every day 7 p.m. IST timing. Next one, create pipeline. Okay, create pipelines and deploy into Cloud Hub. This is what we are going to see. To send automated emails at every day 7 p.m. So in order to develop, okay, first we need to take a scheduler. So in this scheduler, what we need to do, here we do have two options. One is fixed frequency and one is cron. Okay. Here in this cron, we have to mention. So now what is the time? 7:40. Okay, let's make it 2. It has to run at 7:45. So this is very important. Okay, 7:45. The time zone. Okay, the time zones are available here in the Mulesoft documentation itself. See, these are the documentation. So if you want to run it in Africa timing or America time, okay, this you can use it. So here we are in a Asia, Kolkata. See this one. Okay, this one we are going to use. Suppose if you want to use America New Year, then it will be in UST. There are different time zones. Okay, I'll give you this URL also. You can go through once. Okay, now I want to run. Okay, here what we are doing, we are using Snowflake select connector. Here we are fetching all the customer data. We are transforming here. Okay, so this will also work. Let me add one more logger here. before sending an email. Now just drag the email sent connector. So here you need to configure post, port, username and password in the advanced tab. Okay. So you have to enable SMTP start TLS. Okay. Next one. Guys, please go on mute. Okay. So here the mail ID you have to take automatically from the payload. So that is the reason we are using. Okay, this is very important. You have to select edit inline payload.mail ID. So here we are mentioning, okay, today's total balance in HDFC or ICIC, whatever it is. Your total balance as on today is okay. So here, if you want, you can write, okay, see, this is an automated email, don't replace something like that. And if you want to attach something, we can do attachments. Okay, that we are going to see going forward. Next, this one is done. Now, what is the time? 7:44. So every day at 8 o'clock, okay, you can consider this. Okay, every day at 8 o'clock morning, it has to run. So I have changed the configurations. 0:08. Let me run it. So if this is going to run at 8 o'clock, then the same way we can configure. Okay, we can configure on expression. See, first one denotes seconds, minutes and hours. Okay, days. Okay, days and months and years, something will be like this. So question mark means every day at 8 a.m. it has to run. So now anyway we have 5 minutes. Okay, so let's get deployed. What happened? So I have to close and open this one. Okay, let me restart the workspace. So meanwhile we have submitted parallelism request, right? Okay, let's go and verify. Did we receive any approvals or not? Yes. If you see this one, we have received your request to increase free parallelism in Azure DevOps. It was completed. Your name and your organization name. See, this is very important. So you have to deploy your code into this organization. So whatever it is available here. So from there, you have to deploy. You can create the repos and you need to deploy that. Okay, dev.azure.com, ViTech Mulesoft. This is a private account. Okay. Again, if you want to raise some more, you can use this URL. Okay, directly it will take you to the corresponding website or corresponding registration page. Okay, now you know how to raise a parallelism request. Okay, once it is completed, what you need to do, you can go to ADO board. So as of now, develop batch job is completed using testing for the task. Okay. So we are doing the testing. Okay. Still it is doing. Okay. Create repo and implement CI/CD pipelines. So how to create the repo? Click on this repos. Okay. So here we do have an option called new repository. Okay. I want to take the project name. Still it is opening. Okay. Okay. Let me take. I want to see what is the project name which we have created. Okay. That I will take later. So before this, we ran pipeline for our previous use case. Okay. In the previous session. Okay. So it was failed. Why? Because we don't have access. We don't have access to run this pipeline. Now what we can do? Anyway, we do have access. We do have access for ADO with the corresponding organization name. Okay. So now just click on run new, select the branch. Okay. If you want to rerun your pipeline, now we'll see. See, now we are not getting that error. The parallelism request error we are not getting. Okay. It is loading now. Okay. Starting the job. So here it is creating the Docker image and it is going to deploy that image. Okay. See, you no need to do anything. Okay. So once you create pipeline and if you run for the first time, okay, that will be enough. Let me log in into any point platform. So the deployments where we need to check in a runtime manager. Okay. Two, four, six. Okay. What I will do, I'll delete this one. Okay. This is for the previous deployment. Okay. So if you want, you can delete it or else what it will do? It will upgrade. Okay. On top of this, it will upgrade. Okay. Anyway, so now we can see date is modified within 2/6. Now what is the date? 8th. Okay, let's observe. Go to settings and delete. So instead of confusion, okay, you can consider you are running for the very first time. Okay, you can go and verify nothing is deployed here. So still the pipeline is running. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, let me open the Anypoint Studio. So whenever your work is done with the Anypoint Studio, better you can close that. Okay, so that the heap memory or whatever it is, okay, it will get released and you won't face the memory issues. So here it is running for the first time. So that is the reason it is taking some time. Okay. So now here you can see 4 minutes, 28 seconds, 29 seconds. Okay. If you go to pipeline, there is one pipeline, it is running. Okay. For account creation, the previous one, whatever you can see, it is a red. Okay. Those are all, it's failed. What is this file in use? They can't do this. Okay. Deleting. Okay, the stage now it is going to deploy. So now we are in a deploy stage. Okay, let's get deploy. See, we are not doing any, see, manual process. I mean, we are not taking any jar files and we are not going to deploy. So automatically it is deploying. So if you observe here, it is deploying. What is the time? 7:56. Okay, let me run this project in my local. So we have made a configurations. Every day at 8 a.m. Okay, as of now, every day at 8 a.m. whether we are going to get an email or not with the account balance. Okay. So this one, okay. This one is API URL. in order to test develop creation, till the deployment is in progress. Okay, here you can get to know, okay, whether it is completed or not. Okay, once the job is, once the pipeline is completed, so that means, okay, the deployment also done. Okay, we have to wait for some time. So this one is another task. See how to work parallelly. JVM exited while loading the application. Okay, fine. I don't want to restart my mission. So what I will do, I'll directly deploy into Cloud Hub and we will see. Okay. So simply I'll keep this one. See, you can add, again, you can add this expression details and time zone. You can add it into config dev, and you can pick it. Okay. First, let me try to deploy this one. So in order to deploy, so first what we need to do, we need to create a pipeline. Okay. The previous one, right? Okay. This is the previous use case. See, this one is completed. So the job is completed. Let's try to test this one. See, this one is done. If you go to this one also closed. So now here you can see the status is started. So in order to test, you can go to Postman or Thunder client. Okay. Now take that URL. After that /API create account. See, account number is already exist. Please try with different bank or account number. So this guy is already having an account in HDFC. Now you want to create an account for ICICI. Simply ICICI. Okay. Just observe whether this is working or not. See, account created successfully with account number. So as soon as the account number is created, the email, the automated email also will get generate for the corresponding customer. Okay, that is what we have done. And also we deployed using Azure pipelines. Now we have to develop, or we have to create Azure pipelines for this use case also. How to do this? Just take the project name first. Okay. Go to Azure repo. Create new repository. Just a copy paste here. Now create new branch. What is the branch we need to create? Develop branch. Okay, we are following some strategy, right? Okay, the branching strategy. We need to follow this one: main, develop, and future. On the below, we need to create user story branch. Develop is done. Future. release 1. Okay. Now, in the below, you need to create user story. User story. What is the sprint? Sprint 1 we are working, right? Okay. Create this one. So here we do have an option called clone. Copy this. Go to your D drive and workspace. Mulesoft real-time project, banking project, right? Okay. This one also using. Okay, fine. Let it be. First, you need to clone here. Show. Okay, right click. Show more options. Open Git Bash. Git clone the URL, the user story branch. Cloning into, okay. This one, okay, fine. So if you open this one, it's a empty. So what you need to do, very first time, the workspace one, you have created one project, right? Okay, go to inside, copy this, and put it into this folder. Okay, now this is done. Go to your Anypoint Studio. Go to your Anypoint Studio and delete this. Okay, and delete. Don't delete permanently. Okay, don't check this option. Okay, keep it as a backup. Delete from Anypoint Studio for the workspace. Okay, now go to File and Import. Click on this Anypoint Studio and Anypoint Studio from Project. Okay, remove this check option. Okay, so here you can select from. See, this is very important. Now you need to import from Mulesoft real-time banking project, not workspace. Okay, so because here we do have a ADO code. Okay, Azure DevOps repo. Okay, this is our Azure DevOps repo. Click on finish. Click on finish. Now the scheduler, I'm going to keep it as for now it is a 86. Okay, 830. Okay, as of now. As of now, I'm going to keep it as 830. So here, what are the things it is required in order to create a pipeline? See, okay, let me check whether it is running here itself or here also we are facing some issue. Let me keep it 810. So if you observe here, there are some question marks here, question marks. Okay, there are some special symbols. So what that mean? Because these are the files. Okay, these are the new files which we are going to deploy into ADO. Okay, still I'm facing this issue. I need to restart my mission. Okay, I don't want to restart. I don't want to disturb the class. Okay, fine. Directly I will deploy. Okay. Let's keep it 830 as of now. Later I will change. change it to 7 p.m. Okay, the very first change, what you need to do, you have to open form.xml. So here we need to add, go to previous project. Okay, this is our previous project. Okay, so which we have implemented. Just do copy paste. So what are the things you need to copy? So you need to copy from here, wherever you can see Cloud Hub deployment, just copy that and paste it into inside the configuration. So this we have already discussed. What are these parameters? Okay. Even this is for this is very important for interviews also. Okay. So how you are going to create Azure pipelines? Okay, you have to tell the entire process where and all you are changing. Okay, pom.xml and you are creating Azure pipeline. Okay, everything. Now copy this one. Okay, just you right click, copy. So these are all configurations, right? Okay, paste it here. See Azure pipeline. Azure pipeline also it is created. ViTech Mulesoft. Okay, fine. So in order to create Azure pipeline, so there are two files we need to modify. One is pom.xml. Okay, next you need to create Azure pipeline. In this Azure pipeline, so these are the configurations. So in order to generate these configurations, okay, this also I have explained, okay, how to generate this one. But as of now, you can just copy paste this. Next, so I want to push this code. So what you can do? So here also there is an option to commit this code. Okay, that I will tell you later. So as of now, you can learn this one. Go to System Explorer. You right click, show more options, open Git Bash. Git status, Git add. Again, if you check Git status, everything it will be in a green color. Git commit -m, use case for bank balance auto generated emails. Okay, auto generated email. Git push -u origin. User story Sprint-1. Okay, let's see. Now it is pushed. Okay. Now what you can do? Just you can do refresh. See, just now all the changes were committed here. Okay. Now what is the next step? You need to create a pull request for which branch? Future branch. Okay. Now here you need to provide your reviewers. Okay. So I'm going to keep it as of now my name here. You can select. So as soon as your reviewer is going to approve, okay, see, he's going to review all those things and is going to approve here. There is an approve button. After that, there is a complete. Okay, click on this complete. Okay, complete merge. The code is merged into future branch. Okay, future branch. Now, what you need to do? We need to create a pipeline. See, click on this pipeline. Click on this pipeline. New pipeline. Click on this new pipeline. Click on this Azure repo. So for which project you need to create a new pipeline? So this one we have already created, the first one. The first one we have already done. Now you need to create for this one. Okay. Click on this one. Don't go with the start pipeline. So start pipeline, what you need to do? So you need to mention all these configurations. So that time you are going to go with start pipeline. Anyway, we do have required configurations. Okay. Click on existing Azure pipeline. Click on the branch here. Okay, future release one. The path you need to select Azure pipeline.yaml. Click on continue. Click on continue. Okay. So here you need to add the variables. Variables for what? Variables for any point username and password. Here we are dynamically reading, right? Click on new variable here. Where it is called 10. Let user override this value. Okay. Any point username is done. Next. Any point password. So as of now, I have kept test@1234. Okay, you can give your username and password. Click on OK. Click on save. Click on save. Now, what you need to do? You have to run. Okay, it is running now. Just observe here. We do have only one API. It is deployed. Okay, API or application. Okay, here we do have one application. It is deployed as of now. We have created one more pipeline for different application. So that is for scheduler. Okay. So this is how it is running. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, so what I will do, so for the first application, right? For the first application, if you go to source main mule, let me change something as a response. Account created successfully with account number. Okay. Account number, it is coming. I want to take bank also here. Okay. Account number with bank. With bank also, the user is expecting. Okay. User is expecting. So in that case, what you need to do? User is expecting for account is created or existed. Okay, account created successfully. Okay, if I send one more time, account number already exist. Okay, account number is already exist. With the bank name, it is required. Okay, there is a requirement, suppose. The transfer message. So what you need to type? Account number is already exist. Okay. already exist. Already exist with bank. Okay. Double quotes plus plus double quotes plus plus where's dot. So where it will be available? It will be available in bank variable, right? Okay, where's dot bank. Where's dot bank. So there was a simple change which I was doing. Okay. So after this, what you need to do? You have to run this project in your local. Okay. In local, you have to verify whether these changes are applied or not. Okay. You can assume the changes are applied. Now go to show in System Explorer. See, this is for different project. See, we have created pipelines. So I want to show you. So how it is going to execute automatically. Okay, still this one is running. Okay, fine. Show more options. Git status. Git. Okay, no. Git status. So there is one file, it is modified. Git add. Git commit. Display message. Display message. Changes. Git push. -u origin. Okay, now I have modified the code for creation of customer account. Creation of customer account to. Okay, still it is deploying. Okay, let's get deploy for the second application. See, it is deploying now. So here we have set it as 8:30, right? Okay, 8:30 we should expect. Okay, we should expect an automated email. Okay, now it's 8:21. Okay, let's get deploy. But if you observe this one, see, 32 minutes ago, the pipeline ran successfully. See, very first time you are going to run the pipeline. That's it. Okay, I'm not going to touch. Okay, I'm not going to click on run pipeline and those kind of things. So how automatically it is going to run? Just observe carefully here. Go to repos, bank account creation API. Create pull request. User story to future branch. Okay, user story to future branch. So did anyone log it in from laptop? I mean, these are the users. Okay, I'm expecting. Did anyone? I'll send the pull request. Or else I'll do it via myself. Okay. No worries. So what I will do here, what you need to do, you need to provide your reviewer. So that is what we have discussed, right? You are going to push your code into user story. In the repo, you need to raise pull request. As soon as your reviewer is going to approve, the code is going to merge with feature branch. From future, automatically this Azure pipeline will get run and it is going to deploy into Cloud Hub. Try to understand this pictorial diagram, okay? So how it is going to work in the back end. See, you no need to deploy manually, okay? You no need to deploy. See, this one also started. Now, one is for batch process, one is API. So the API still, the new changes are not applicable because still we didn't deploy. So here just we have added bank name, that's it. The bank name just we have added. Okay. $824, okay. So now I'll create a PR. So it's waiting for approval. As soon as Deepthi is my reviewer, she is going to approve my request. Okay, I can merge. But here I'm going to make it as optional. I'll approve myself. Okay, and complete. Complete merge. So you can observe. You can go to pipelines now. Okay, you can go to pipelines. You can go to pipeline. Okay, the pipeline is not running. Okay, I know what is the issue. So the pipeline is not running because in the pipeline, the trigger branch name. See, the trigger branch name is wrong. Okay, so here, if you go to repo, see here, future underscore release underscore one. Okay, future underscore release underscore one. If you want to run manually, you can run it. Okay, if you want to run this one as a manually, you can go here and you can run pipeline and you can do that. Okay, you can do that, but that is not a correct way now. Okay, very first time we are going to do. Now let me change it here. Pipeline changes. Let me quickly deploy. Git status, git add, git commit. Now again go to repos, create a pull request, select correct branch name over there, select your reviewer and create a PR. He's going to approve your PR. Okay. Now the code is merged. Okay, let me see what is the pipeline here. 828. Okay, fine. Okay, future release underscore 1. Two variables. Okay. So it is running now. Actually, so whenever you modify, right? Okay. So I think earlier the branch, I mean the trigger name was different. Might be that is the reason. So automatically see now it is running now. Okay. I'll identify. Okay, what is the issue? So as of now, just click run pipeline. Select the branch. See, once it get deployed, you can expect. Okay, you can expect the new changes here. Okay, the new changes. So it's like continuous integration and continuous deployment. See, you no need to do any deployment process. So just change the code and run the pipeline. Okay, 8:30, right? Okay, 8:30, we should expect an email. Let's see whether it is running or not. Go to logs. Okay, it is not yet triggered. It is not yet triggered. There might be some issues with our configuration. So that is the reason. So always what we need to do, we need to test our application in a local, okay, before going to deploy. So 8:30, that is correct only. So whatever we have given, but it is not running. So we have given the time zone and everything. Okay, I'll take a look. Okay, what is the issue here? So because I need to restart my machine, so that is the reason we didn't run this application in my local. Okay, you can try the same. I'll fix this one. Okay, fine. What I will do this time, okay, instead of cron expression, right? Okay, just observe. Okay, later I'll deploy. Okay, I'll deploy with the 7 p.m. Now you can assume I have changed it to fixed frequency, fixed frequency. So every 2 minutes, okay, not 2 minutes. Simply I'll keep it as every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, I have to get an email. Okay, so these are the changes I have done. So what you need to do, you can go to System Explorer where it is present. You right click. See if it is already opened, then you can take the same. Okay, no need to open one more. So if we have already opened git bash, okay, this is for different one. See, for testing purpose, I have changed the expression. Okay, and I'm going to deploy. git add, git commit, time changes, git push -u, origin, okay, go to repos, select the corresponding branch here, arise a pull request and approve. Okay, your reviewer is going to approve and he is going to merge your request. See, for this one, okay, this is different, I think. Okay, see, for this one, I didn't do, I didn't trigger any pipeline. See how it is automatically running. So because so earlier one, there might be some issue with the branch name. The trigger branch name should be correct always. Okay, so here there is a trigger branch, future release one. So here we have created as hyphen. Here we don't have any hyphen. Okay, so if you observe this one, the pipeline. So now the two pipelines are running. Let it run. See, one, it is already in queue. So that means, okay, previously it is running, right? Okay. So this one is already running. So once it get complete, that one will get start. We'll see where it is. See, in order to see, okay, whether it is working or not, you can go to pipelines and you can verify. So this is very, very important CI/CD process, even for interviews, even in your real time also. So here, so whenever you make some changes, what you are doing directly, you are testing in your local, okay, and deploy into ADO, Azure repo, and you are raising the pull request. That's it. As soon as your reviewer is approving, it is going to merge with feature branch. From feature to Azure pipelines, it will get triggered automatically and deploy into Cloud Hub. So here you can verify. You can go to applications. Okay. You can go to applications. See the first one. It is started 8:36. Okay. Now click on the same button. Okay. Don't change anything. Just click this one. See, if you observe here, so earlier there is no bank name here. See, account already exists. Okay, that is what it was there. So now you can see. Now you can see account already exists with bank ICIC. Okay. So this is what we have changed and automatically it is deployed into Cloud Hub. We are not doing any manual deployment. Change something and push your code into Azure repo or GitHub, whatever it is, okay, or Bitbucket, the code repo you can push it. So as soon as your reviewer is going to approve, so automatically the pipeline will get run and you will get an email. Okay, the pipeline is going to run and you can able to see the corresponding changes. Again, there is some changes in your functionality. What you can do, so you can go to your project and you can change it and you can deploy into, you can deploy your code into repos. That's it. You no need to touch anything in a Cloud Hub. Okay. Now, see, it is also updating. So here we have given every 5 minutes. Okay. We have changed the frequency. So why this cron expression is not working? I'll test it in my local. Okay. In my local, it is not working. Fixed frequency, cron. Let's make it as 9 today. And first I will test it in my local. Okay, I'll restart my machine and I'll test that one. So here you can select your time zones. In which time zone it has to execute. Those kind of things. Okay. Either suppose if it is accepting UTC time zone, then what you can do? We can go with America time zones here, and according to America time zone, we can set the time here. Okay. So if that is not working, so then what I will do, simply I'll keep this one and let's get deploy, and we can observe at what time it is going to run. That's it in the Cloud Hub. Okay, it is deploying now. Okay, if you go to boards again, if you go to sprint, okay, so this one is completed. See, as part of this sprint is going to close today. See, whatever we have committed, okay, see whatever we have committed, we have completed almost 90%. Okay, 90% we have done. So as part of, see, as soon as the sprint is completed, we do have sprint demo. Sprint demo, okay, with PO. PO is nothing but product owner. So here we need to give sprint demo. So whatever so far which you have completed in this sprint, okay, you have to explain. Okay, you have to explain all those things. Whether you have completed design, so you have to explain the design. So if you have completed what to say, the development, okay, the development task for this one, then you have to explain this. HTTP, how to give the demo, I'll show you 1 minute. HTTP slash Okay, first let me check this, whatever we have deployed. Okay, still it is deploying. So every 5 minutes, right? Okay. Okay, your application started successfully. So for the 5 minutes, it has to run automatically. Okay. Your application started successfully. Now 8:44. See now, your application started. Okay, up zero downtime. The new version, okay, has been stopped. Your application started with the new version. Okay. Okay, the application is not yet started here. Okay, the deployment is success. So every 5 minutes we have given, right? Okay. So we'll wait for some time. Okay, we'll wait for some time and we'll observe this one. But in local, it is working. Okay. Suppose if it is starting, here you can see the loggers. Okay, here we can see the loggers. The same way for the bank application. See, whenever the user is going to give the wrong resource path. Okay. See, suppose here it is a API, right? Okay, I have given as instead of create account, I have given the create accounts. So you'll get the 404 because resource not found. This is not the correct URL. If you want to see what are the errors, okay, you can go to logs and you can verify. See create accounts. There is one error. The users are trying to hit with create accounts. It's a not found exception. Okay. So that is the reason you are getting the 404. Okay. 404 issue. Now again, if you submit with a correct one, so you will get the correct response. Account. Okay. So here, what is the value we have given? Okay. We have given as SBI, right? Okay. That's why I see. Hey, it is taking from there. Account number is already exist. Okay. That's cool. Okay. We'll see at 8:50 whether we are receiving any email or not. Okay. That is fine. So okay, you can assume we have completed all this task, whatever we have committed. So as part of the sprint demo, so when it is going to happen, sprint demo is going to happen for every 2 weeks. Okay, as soon as the sprint is completed, 2 weeks once. So again, you have to remember the first, okay, backlog grooming is going to happen every 1 week. Okay. sprint planning is going to happen every 2 weeks. So what is the sprint duration? 2 weeks here. Then daily scrum or stand-up meetings is going to happen every day. I'll keep it as every day with the 15 to 20 minutes or 15 to 30 minutes. Next, sprint demo is going to happen on 2 weeks once. Sprint retrospective or retrospective meeting. Okay, I'll give it a sprint retrospective. See here, what is sprint again? So you may get it out. It's like there is a product. There is a product. Okay, there is a big product. We can assume there is a big product you want to develop. So instead of taking, okay, instead of taking everything at the same time, so what we are doing? So first we are dividing into bits and pieces. Okay, bits and pieces like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10. So this is called sprint, guys. Okay, so here, okay, this is just one example. So here, everything it will be a sprint. So what we are doing, we are we are going to split into bits and pieces. We are taking one piece for a one sprint, okay, one sprint, and we are going to complete this task and we are going to deliver to the customer. It's like a time to market. Okay, it's like time to market. So instead of developing entire project, what we are doing, so here, if you observe this one, if you observe project design, so far we have completed create application, okay, sorry, create account for customer and the scheduler part. Okay, whatever we have completed, we are going to deploy, right? So that the users can use this functionality. So instead of waiting for 7 months to complete everything and you are going to deploy at the same time. So whatever you are completing, you are going to deploy into Cloud Hub so that the users can use it. So now the customer can use to create an account. The customer can use create an account and he can see the details in a database. Anyway, the customer don't have access to DB. See, whatever we have created, okay. So whatever the user is going to create an account, those are all we are storing here in the snowflake. Okay. Now, as part of this sprint, so what we have achieved. Okay. Now, the very first thing, backlog grooming. So we are going to groom the stories. Okay. In the sprint planning, we are going to assign the user stories like, okay, who is going to work what. In the daily scrum, you have to provide your updates. You know how to provide your updates. Okay. What you have done yesterday, what you are doing today, and what you are going to do tomorrow, something like that. Okay. So what you have done yesterday and what you are going to do today, if you are facing any issues or blockers, okay, that we are discussing in daily scrum call. Sprint demo now it is a sprint demo. In the sprint demo, you have to showcase, okay, in the sprint demo you have to showcase, you have to showcase or explain what you have done in a sprint. Just observe here, there are 3 persons, right? Okay, there are 3 people. I can see they are going to work in this sprint. Okay, they have already worked. Okay, so you can consider Ravi, Srikanth, and Deepthi. So what they need to do? They need to provide their updates. Okay, so first one, okay, Snowflake account creation, develop REST API, design REST API, create batch flow. Okay, so now I want to give a demo. I want to give a demo for the design. So how we are going to give the demo? Okay, now just observe here. You can take the deployed URL. Okay, so after that, what you need to do? If you type console, okay, if you type console, even you can observe here. Even you can observe collapse all this flows, right? So there is a console. There is a main flow, console. Okay, these are all configurations. Okay, not configuration. This is the exact flow which we are doing. Okay, fine. So in this console, what will happen? See, whatever you have designed, right? See, the same design you can see once it is deployed. Once it is deployed, you can see. So you are going to share your screen and you are going to explain, okay, your PO. So as part of this sprint, okay, as part of this sprint, I have completed the design for customer account creation. Customer account creation. So there is one endpoint. It's called post method. Okay, here we are using basic security or basic authentication. So these are the query parameters. One is for customer name and bank and type and branch name. So the customer has to pass these values as a query parameters. In the body, okay, in the application body, we are expecting account number, atmPin, ifscCode, deposit amount, mail ID, and contact number. Okay, so these are the properties. Okay, these are the properties. As soon as if the user enter these values, I mean, to pass these values to this API, user can expect the successful responses like this: account created successfully with account number. So this is what you have to explain. Now this guy is done. So next person is going to explain. Okay. So whatever he has completed. Okay. The clients won't ask for you okay. The clients won't ask you to explain the code and all, like the design flows and everything. Sometimes may or may not. So you have to explain how this functionality is going to work. Okay. So the design is done, right? Okay. The development state. Okay. You can explain. Okay. I have developed using Mulesoft. Okay. The Mule version or whatever it is. Then we have deployed. Okay. We have created the repos and we have deployed into EDO board. Then we have created the pipelines. We have created the pipelines. Then, so automatically it is going to deploy into Cloud Hub. So as soon as the application is deployed into Cloud Hub, the user can able to use it. The end user can use it now. See, anyone can use this application by using internet. So here I want to create one account. Suppose Teja, instead of ICIC, I can keep it as HDFC. So you have to explain like this: savings, the branch name. I'm going to keep it as MPL here. So here you have to provide your account number and the IFSC code. Okay. Then the very first use case, okay, if the user enters based on the design, okay, based on this design, see, there is one more interview question. What is the use of RAML documentation? See, by by seeing this documentation, anyone can understand, okay, what are the query parameters you need to pass, what is the body you need to pass, okay, so what is the sample response I can expect, okay, what is the sample response I can expect. So here also I can try. See, instead of using Postman, so this time, okay, let me try here. This is the ICICI, okay, savings are current, it's a current account, branch name is invalid, check documentation. See, it should be 4 characters, right? Okay, so that's why we are getting this error. Okay, I'll keep it as okay. Now in this body, instead of 1 2 3, I'm going to give it as 444. Now I'm going to give my email ID, where it is school 92. So basic authentication, I'm going to keep it as admin and admin. Click on send. So click on send. See, account created successfully with account number. See, instead of using Postman or Thunder client, you can directly use this console. So this is how user can test easily. Okay, this is how user can test, or end user can test easily. So this is what you are going to explain in the demo. In the demo, you will go to okay, now you can see there is a row, it got inserted 59. Okay, so this one also you are going to showcase to the customer. See, as soon as if the end user enter these values, first we are going to insert the values into Snowflake, okay, in the Snowflake database. Then the user can expect automated email. Okay, we'll see. See, congratulations, account created in ICICI Bank. Okay, so that is what we have selected, I think. Okay, see, I have selected ICICI Bank. Okay, I have selected ICICI Bank. So even though if I have given the wrong IFSC code, now what you guys can do. Okay, first let me explain. Okay, so like this we are going to explain. Okay, you can explain each and every task. Okay, now there is one more task you can explain, like, okay, so there is a automated email we have to generate. There is an automated email we have to generate for individual customers at every day at 7 p.m. So that task, the coding is completed. The coding is completed and deployed into Cloud Hub, and in local it is working, and in the Cloud Hub it is not working. That issue we are looking into it. Okay, that is what we are going to explain. So whatever the things we have developed, we have to showcase them. So is there any suggestions? Okay, is there any suggestions? We need to take it and we need to accommodate. We need to accommodate those things. We need to accommodate those things. Suppose if the client want 2 more fields, okay, if the client wants or end user wants 2 more fields here. Okay, you can add that. So instead of going to Postman or Thunder client, if we have API specification document, then you can easily test your API. Suppose you have designed and you have developed something, so you are going to hand over this with the customer. Okay, customer, he can easily identify customer name. What is the bank name I need to choose? What is the type I need to choose? What is the branch name in the body? Okay, what are the values I need to pass here? And he is going to click on send. Even for the QA people, it's like quality assurance, the testers, we are going to share this YAML documentation. Once it is deployed, you can share. Even if you want to test this, you can test those things by using console now. Okay. Now, sprint demo is done. Now we need to see what is sprint retrospective, and I'll close the session today. So why this sprint demo? See, if you give that demo, everyone can understand. So how much work you have done in the sprint, and is there any requirement changes you can easily modify. So it's not a waterfall, it's a agile process, right? Okay. So you have to take suggestions from POs, then we are going to accommodate those changes. Okay, by using console, if you go to this one and you can test it and you can verify, you will get automated email like this. Okay, if you give your email ID here, okay, don't use my email ID. Okay, you can use your email ID here and you can test it. Next one, sprint retrospective will happen at 2 weeks once. 2 weeks once. So here 3W, you can remember here what went well, what we need to improve, okay, what went well, what went wrong, okay, what went wrong. Okay, so your scrum master is going to conduct sprint retrospective session. Okay, it's like feedback. Okay, it's like feedback they are going to take from all the developers and QA entire team. Okay, then you have to explain what went well. You can say like, okay, see, whatever we have committed we have delivered, right? Okay, so design completed on time. Okay, design completed on time, or development completed on time, development completed on time. See all the good points you can. Okay, if someone is helped, okay, the team collaboration is good. uh, Suppose if you learn new techniques or something, okay, so here I have learned, suppose you can write like that. Okay, I have learned different integrations. Okay, I have learned, okay, suppose we are new to snowflake. Okay, I have learned snowflake integration. Okay, so this kind of things you can write. So this is like just tracking purpose, they are going to keep it. Is there any improvements? Okay, they are going to write out. Okay. What went wrong? Okay, so you can say nothing as of now. Okay, if you have any questions in your mind, you can say that in your retrospective. I mean, in which areas you need to improve, or else areas team has to improve to deliver good product. Okay, that is what we are going to discuss. What went wrong means, okay, how to mention these points. Next, what we need to improve. So is there any delay with the DBA team, suppose, or access, right? Okay. So regarding creation of pipelines here, okay, the parallelism request. So the parallelism request. So it's not a improvement anyway. So it's a as usual type. The parallelism request has took 2 days going forward. Anyway, this is one time setup. Simply I'm telling, okay, it 2 days. If it get minimized the time, that will be better. Something like that you can mention. So these are the points. So you have to remember if it is an agile project. So how many types of meetings there are majorly? Okay, these are the major backlog grooming. This will happen in every week. Sprint planning or not sprint planning every 2 weeks once. Here we are going to decide what we are going to work on the sprint. In the sprint, once it is started, you can able to see it in a boards like in a sprint. Okay, who is doing what? Then once it is completed, okay, you can write all your comments over here. Okay, hence, okay, you can attach the screenshots. So I ask you to attach this type of screenshot. Okay, see, once the design is done, so what you can do, you can take this URL, or you can take the screenshot directly and you can attach. Okay, like this. And we are going to close this user story. Suppose if you didn't complete anything, it will go to next sprint. It will go to next sprint, but you have to explain why you are unable to complete this task within the sprint. See, whatever it is feasible, you have to commit for that and you have to complete. So this one also completed. Now make it as done. CI/CD is done. So now done. Okay. So like this, you can complete this. Now what they will do, they will go to this analytics and they will see the performance. Okay. This and all your Scrum Master is going to take care. Don't worry about that. But you can concentrate on how to create the user stories and what is this type of meetings, what we are going to do in these meetings. This is what you have to learn. Okay. In the sprint demo, so whatever I have explained, right? Okay. So like this, you have to explain your task. Okay, your task. In the retrospective, you have to give your suggestions or your feedback. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today. We'll see in a tomorrow session. But there is one thing, the Cloud Hub deployment, right? For schedulers, it is not working. That I will take a look. The automated email, it is not generating. Even if it is in local, it is working. But I think the time zone, or there are some issues. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Okay, I'll take a look on that. So far, okay, now we have successfully completed one sprint. For next sprint onwards, see, very first time, okay, the setups and everything. So we are doing for the first time. So that will be helpful for you. But anyway, uh, if you do it via yourself, I mean, you can create one account and you can do these kind of things. You will get to know what is going what. So where to improve, I mean, so how to create user stories and how to create the subtask, how to close this. So this you can familiar with this. Okay. So anyway, in real time also, we are using the same process only. The same process only, creating the Azure pipelines. Might be they are using instead of ADO, they can use a GitHub. Okay, that is depends on organization, but the process is same. Don't worry about that. But try to complete. Okay. Anyway, I have shared this documentation, right? Okay. For the next sprint, what we need to do? See, whatever it is there in a backlog. So now I think, okay, so first one is done. So this one is done. Let me mark it. Snowflake account creation is done. So installation, project architecture, database design. So we have learned, okay, database model. Okay, this one, it is in progress. Okay, see, most of the things are done. See, it's like, see, the project means keep on. See, it's like version 1. It's like V1. So in the background, PO and BA, product owner and business analyst, they are going to analyze and they are going to add. They are going to add new features. See, this is one feature as of now. We are going to insert into Snowflake and we are going to send automated email. Okay, in the emails also, we can do, I mean, we can use parse template. By using parse template, you can design this. Okay, so if you want some design kind of thing in the email, that we can do. So this is like a very first version, V1, version 1. Might be they are asking to integrate with MySQL and Oracle. Okay, so the design is going to change. So that's where the projects, it is ongoing for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So how it will be? Okay, so they are keep on adding the requirements. Okay, so if you observe WhatsApp, so earlier in olden days there is no status. There is no status. Then first the users can only text, right? Okay, that's what they designed and they developed. So later on, the people are using, and the later on, so they have added status. Even the status also, there are many things, stickers and everything. So nowadays they have added. There is one more feature, like same way it's an Instagram, like we do have like follow. So that's kind of thing. So it's not like one time process. So they are continuously they are going to, okay, add the features here. But as for the real time project, okay, I took one example and I'm explaining. So I'll tell you how to, okay, if you get any new requirement, how to accommodate those changes and how to modify and how to deploy. So now for these two projects, no need to run any pipelines, okay, manually also. As soon as if you develop something, you can deploy, okay, into ADO, automatically it will run. Automatically it will run. Now we have completed as part of these two tasks. And we have created the design also completed and the data model also done. So most of the things we have done in a sprint 1 itself. So now next sprint, okay. In the sprint planning session, we need to decide which one is the high priority, whether it is a deposit amount or withdraw amount or block or unblock the card, or we need to create a schedulers for block cards. Okay. So based on the priority, we are going to pick the user stories. So that's what we are going to do it in the next sprint. Okay. That we will see in a next session. Okay. That's it for today. Happy learning. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now.